I can't. This is so out. I'm so out of my element. Ew. I'm sorry, this is weird. I don't talk to the camera usually. So, we're just gonna dive right in. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Okay. So this is gonna be a tutorial on Second Time by Bruno Major on the ukulele. Thank you to everyone that has watched my cover and have asked about my chords. I don't know how I did it either. I think we're just gonna, I tried to like make notes and everything. So I think I'm just gonna try to play some parts and teach some parts. And so the first thing is tuning. This is the standard GCEA tuning. Oh, by the way, I am playing a Kala concert soprano. It's the Ka-CE. I really love it. It has a pickup. It's amazing. And yeah, I guess I should go over the strumming pattern first, or the plucking pattern. So, okay, logically it goes from the lowest string to the highest string. So if you play those in order on the ukulele, C string, E string, G, A. And it's kind of the G and A kind of play together. That's the gist of it. So if I were to play the first chord, for example, which is a B flat major 7, which I'll show you in a second, that sounds like that, and it'll go C string, E string, and then G and A together, and it's supposed to sound crunchy because major 7s, and then it goes back to the E string. So again, C string, E string, G and A, and then E again, and then you can kind of just practice that. Stick to one chord and just practice that strum pattern, because you're going to be playing it for the whole song. And like, that's kind of it. And then there's a bunch of like just random down strums depending on where you are in the song. Yeah. That's it so far. That's simple, right? Okay. Now let's go over the chords. There's a bunch of chords in the song. Some of them a little harder than others, some of them a little not as normal. You range from like a C to like a slash chord, but I will have them in the description down below. I will also try to have them annotated or somewhere here. So let's start with the first part of the song, which is the verse. You kind of play it once as the intro as well. It starts with the B flat major 7, which again looks like this. That's a 3, 2, 1, 0. And then you play the F9, I believe. Yeah, so normal F looks like this, right? And then you kind of just remove that. Then it becomes a tiny bit fancier. So F9, 0, 0, 1, 0. The next chord is a G minor 7, 0, 2, 1, 1. And then an F. Yeah, and one note to make here is that the normal F chord shape is this, 2, 0, 1, 0, pretty standard, but I'm adding the C on the bottom string so that when you add the strum pattern in, you have two different notes instead of hitting the same note, hitting an A. So, just to make it sound prettier, so the F would be a 2, 0, 1, 3. After that, and we're still in the verse, and after that you play a C, normal, 0, 0, 0, 3, a C sharp diminished 7, which is 0, 1, 0, 1, a D minor, 2, 2, 1, 0, and then a D minor 7, which is adding the 3, 2, 2, 1, 3. And basically for every chord you're doing the strum pattern once. Just do a down strum for the D minor 7. Yeah? So again, and let's see if I can like fit the chord names while I play them. So B flat major 7, F9, G minor 7, F with C, C, C sharp diminished 7, D minor, down strum, D minor 7. Yeah? kind of. The next part would be the chorus. So, as dangerously tangled, that part starts with a G7, which is 0, 2, 1, 2, then a C. You can add a C7, which is 0, 0, 0, 1, F again, C sharp diminished 7, then a D7, which is 2, 2, 2, 3, then a G minor 7, go back to that, C7, then F. So G7 twice, then a C, C7, F, C sharp diminished 7, D7, hold it with a down strum, G minor 7, down strum on the C7, and then you go back to F. Yeah? So that's the chorus. Right after the first chorus, there's this, I don't know what part of the song this is. I guess this is kind of like a little interlude thing, but it's in between that first chorus and then the upcoming verse. And it only happens once in the song, but it's just a little chord prog. So it'll be F, C, G minor 7, back to C, then it kind of repeats. F, C, G minor 7, and then this slash chord, which is a B flat over C, and that is 3, 0, 1, 5. Yeah, so if you think about it, it's like you have this F chord and then you kind of slide this a fret, then you slide this a couple frets, and then you have a different chord. Same fingers, different frets, if that helps. Right after the chorus, you'll come from the C7, and then you'll go straight into this part. Yeah, and then it goes into the second verse. And then from here, the only thing left to go through is the interlude, which happens after that second chorus, right before the final chorus. So, it starts on the F. Again, that's 2, 0, 1, 3. Then a D minor 7, 2, 2, 1, 3. G minor 7, 0, 2, 2, 1. C, 0, 0, 0, 3. F, B flat over C. And then the next part, D minor 7, G minor 7, C7, F. And then from there it goes back to the chorus. And the way that this plays, it's mostly like you either play the chord, or you either play the plucking pattern twice or once. So that one gets it twice. That's twice as well. And then the next one, each chord gets 1. Does that make sense? Twice and 1? If it doesn't, feel free to leave a comment, because I'm trying my darndest here, and I think that should be the whole thing. So this is editing me coming back, because I did actually forget an entire section of that interlude, like the entire second half. So as seen on the annotation, it starts with D minor 7, G minor 7, C7, then down strum on the F. And each of them get 2 strum patterns, so you play the pattern twice, and then again a down strum on the F. I hope this helps. I'm sorry if it's unclear. Yeah, tell me if this helps, because I don't know if it, I hope it does, at least. Oh my god, the song structure! So it starts with the intro, right? So the intro is that first kind of chord prog. The intro leading into the verse, then the chorus, that little interlude part, the second verse, second chorus, the interlude part, and then a chorus one more time. And that's the whole song. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Like, comment, whatever. I'm on Instagram, by the way, @KazaSings. Yeah.